When we examined the possible causes of the deterioration of the multi-story parking garages of Quebec City, we realized that the main cause of all deterioration is the corrosion of the steel rods. Therefore, we invested a lot of money in the maintenance, the repair, and even the reconstruction of existing structures. Quebec City mandated engineering firms with finding solutions for the reconstruction of the concrete slab of the La Chancelière garage.
We now offer an advanced solution for the problem with the La Chancelière garage and for the design of economical reinforced concrete structures with extended service lives, incurring less maintenance costs.
A composite rod is a good choice. With all the research data available nowadays, we can manage with initial costs that are equivalent to those of conventional construction using plain steel. That's what allowed us to go ahead with this project.
Since the initial investment was nearly the same as using more conventional methods, a composite structure allowed us to proceed with a repair that will delay having to pay for complete reconstruction of the structure for a very long time.
La Chancelière is a Quebec City multi-story parking garage, a perfect example of a concrete infrastructure that has degraded due to steel corrosion. Boltrol has developed reinforcement rods for concrete made of composite materials that do not rust. Steel has become a major problem in our current infrastructures, because as it rusts, the concrete degrades very rapidly. With the V-Rod, Boltrol has the best solution to your corrosion problems.
The use of the composite material reinforcing rods throughout the structural slab of La Chancelière parking garage is a world premiere. Since the nature of the project we have undertaken has made it necessary to do extensive research in order to overcome two major obstacles. The first one was punching, and the second was bending in the slab. Because of the improved mechanical properties of the reinforcement, we were able to solve those two problems. So now we have a ready-made solution for all parking garages of that type.
We're going to keep refining the technique, moving toward conventional construction. So we will be able to work with some additional parameters: the thickness of the slab, reinforcement density, or a combination of the two. That way, we will be able to offer even more economical designs. There's also the installation of the rods as such. There's the material, but there's also labor. The composite rods are easier to install than conventional steel. Installation costs will probably be less of a burden for the major iron workers in the coming years, compared with conventional steel installation costs.
The installation of V-Rod reinforcement went really well. There were no problems at all. I'd say it's about the same as conventional steel, although it's definitely much lighter. That means we can bring more rods at a time. It's easier to transport, easier to shape, and easier to lift afterwards to install chairs and everything.
Since our V-Rod concrete reinforcement is now included in the Canadian Code for Construction, that we have gathered experience by doing about 100 bridges and such infrastructures across Canada, and that we have demonstrated its cost-effectiveness compared to black steel. We really believe that V-Rod has a very bright future on the Canadian market of concrete structures.